What's happening, family? It's your boy Andre Romance, and I'm up at this thing again. Man, I want to tap into how we treat each other as a culture, because sometimes we lose focus of who the real enemy is, what the real issues and the problems are, and we fight amongst ourselves as African Americans. We fight amongst ourselves about things that we know that we have been set up to fight against each other about. You know, society has crafted this image of us in whole, as a whole, that we're savages, we're dangerous, we're rapists, we're pedophiles. If you look at the history just over the last 10 years, you can probably count on hand how many white people have been convicted or shamed out of their glory, out of everything they accomplished in their careers when they pass away. And here we have so many of our men whose images get tarnished when they pass away or before they pass away. All of these greats. Why is our culture the target? Why are we the target market? It don't make sense to me that as a whole we are the target market for the culture that has been destroyed. Our people are constantly being destroyed. And what we got to understand too is that this life is crafted to be a slanted fight, right? This lifestyle is manipulated to make us look bad as a whole. So we as black men, black women, we have a job to uphold, no matter who employs us. But we gotta know the code of conduct, that we cannot tear down our own brothers and sisters on public, to the public eye. We can't do it. And it shouldn't be done. Now there was an interview with the reporter Gail and Lisa Leslie, which I think Lisa Leslie, she held herself well, and man, I just want to give a shout out to her. You did your thing. You did your thing, Queen, and you stood up for what was right. See, I don't understand why we take on these high jobs in these high places, right? We take on these high jobs and we know what we're up against when we take these high seats. We know that one day the boss man is gonna ask us some favors that's gonna go against the grain with our own people, with our own kind. And we get in these seats, right? And we are so high up there. We living our life. We doing our thing. We making our money. Until that one day when they ask us to slander somebody's name or dig a little deeper in on somebody, one of our own. Let's try to pick apart this person's character. Where's the honor in that? There are so many different questions you could ask about a man who passed away, a man who carried a great legacy, a man who set the bar. He set the bar for anybody that was cheating on somebody, and he came back. He made a comeback from that area in his life. But what the focus was on in this interview was whether or not he raped somebody. Never been convicted. This was merely all allegations. I want us as a whole to understand something and understand it, so that one day you can understand it and you can teach it and apply it to everybody else coming up. This thing, as we look at it, we don't want to believe that it's every race for themselves, but really it's every race for themselves. And one thing we got to do as a race, one thing we have to do and we must continue to do, is fight for our name. We got to continue this fight. We gotta demand the respect. And we demand the respect by upholding the people that we should uphold and respect. And this even starts with when somebody passes away. When somebody passes away, we don't slander their name. After they're gone, they can't defend themselves. So why are we even talking about them in a negative way? Let their spirit rest. Let them rest in peace. But we don't dig up their old. We don't dig up the dirt. We let it go. We are the only culture that gets on TV like that and slander the greats. We slander the greats for a paycheck, because we feel like maybe now that we didn't arrive, we made it to a higher position in our life, where we don't have to worry about being in these low standards. We don't have to worry about living amongst the people no more. We living in these gated communities now, where we ain't got to worry about our own people. But the struggle is still in the hood. The struggle is still in these ghettos. The struggle is still over there in Africa. All I'm saying is be sensible. Be sensitive to the conversations that we have about our people. These are our people who lived great lives and had great legacies. And the last thing we want to do is slander them. Every hero that I have seen growing up, pretty much, have had a flip to their lifestyle once they passed away. And there's some that managed to dodge the media. But a few of the greats have been slandered, man. And for us as black men and women, we got to stop adding to. It's been enough. We get enough slander from all the other races, and we don't need to go and add on to all the hate that we get. But the damage has already been done. You can't take back what you said. You can't take back how you addressed the situation. What should have been a celebration of somebody's life on camera, on national television, ended up becoming a trial. A one-sided trial. We want to get deep. I understand. We want to get deep, and we want to talk. We want to talk. We want to get deep down in the root of things, but when there's no need for it, we don't do it. You can't convict a man who has passed away. And justice has already been given. You know? I love y'all, man. I want to see y'all on top. Y'all keep me up. I'm going to keep y'all up, and we out this thing, man.